Are you gonna give me?
Damn, it's cold, guys. It's cold. It's cold, chat. It's cold. Like, it's really cold. I didn't expect this, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, this one's interesting because, I mean, it's there, and got the you got the it's freezing, yo. It's like it's freezing. You don't understand. It's like really that bad, yo. It's freezing, yo. Yeah, so like my day was quite interesting. Yeah, here in South Africa, it's going down. It's like really going down. It's freezing because it's like winter, and we like had a cold front here, and it's quite bad. That's according to me. I'm out here with water bottles just to keep warm. As you can see, I even have a beanie on. Yeah, it's one of those. I actually wanted to connect with you guys out there, wherever you are in the world. Like if you got questions, take me through your life and everything. And yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is. Just chilling in the vibes. You know how we do it. Comment, leave whatever that you wanna leave within the chat. Like I wanna know how you guys are doing. Like how's your life? You know. Like people don't actually sit down and connect with their audience. You do get those that do it, and it's like, yeah, I managed to speak to, you got the few like speed. Yeah, shout out to Tanama. Yeah, thanks for the subscription right there. Yeah, yeah. Like it was awesome, looking at Speed, Kaisenet's lives, and those guys are really awesome. Like the things that they do, it's really, really awesome. Shout out to them. I really do appreciate what they do. I mean, you don't get a lot of people that actually do what they're doing. I mean, last time I saw Speed's live, he was, giving some, cash and all the stuff. He was running a challenge, which was really amazing. So, yeah, it was really inspiring. I mean, it's something that also myself would really love to do, like go out there to the community, give the community, help those in need and all those stuff. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I decided, let me, start a YouTube channel. The main motivation for the channel was music. I love music. I really love music. That's, whether it's writing, producing, um, even playing. I mean, I play drums. I'm actually a drummer. I can play piano as well. Those are some of the stuff that I can do, which I really do love a lot. And yeah, those are the things that motivated me to wow, you wanna hear something that I wrote. I mean, on my channel already, there's music that I've written, and recorded and did the most. I think my favorite is Liar, besides Now and Never. Um, so when you saying and I hear something that I wrote, are you speaking about freestyling? You want me to freestyle? Um, is that what? Yeah, I got a song titled Liar. If you go onto my catalog, you'll see there's a album called Now or Never, and within that album, that's where there's a song called Liar. So you'd be able to see the song called Liar within that album. So yeah, right here on YouTube, you would be able to see under my released songs the track that I'm talking about. If you want, you can also find it on Spotify as well. You will see it there as well. And yeah, that was basically me. Yeah, writing. Sometimes you sit down, you go through stuff in life, and I think at the time I went through a breakup. So yeah, just to get things out, so that it doesn't eat me. Yeah, please do, listen. I think you'll love the song. I think you'll definitely love it. I mean, a lot of the people that listen to the track, they enjoy the track. It's one of the tracks that a lot of people love. So yeah, do listen to it and let me know what you think after you listen to it. Yeah, so it's one of those. Yeah, so definitely love music. Love. Okay, for me, music. Uh, Music is one of those, that help me release what's happening on the inside. As much as music is for people who are going through stuff, they're able to listen to the track, they're able to relate. Also, the writer, the artist, the stuff that they going through, that they do put on the music. And if you actually do sit down and listen to it, take the trouble to understand it, you will be able to tell what's happening within the writer's life, the artist, because that's how they express themselves. And yeah, it is what it is. I am freezing right now. Okay, no, not really freezing because I'm indoor, but outside it's really cold. I mean, today I don't know who decided to make the heavens angry. Hey, yeah, here in South Africa, we had a we okay we not we had we are living in a cold front. So we got your sides like Cape Town, Durban, and that side. When it's cold, it catches up with us here. So I'm in Johannesburg. For those who do not know, Johannesburg, South Africa, and yeah, we are living in the after effects of your Durban and Cape Towns cold fronts. So that's what's happening with us here. And yeah, it's really cold outside. I woke up at 3 a.m. Funny enough, it was 3 a.m. when I woke up unexpectedly. I was not planning on waking up at 3 a.m. So what happened is today, okay, I'll just take you guys, through my day. Yeah, day in my life. So as you saw the topic, the a day in the life, and that life can be anyone, can be you listening to this. If you wanna share your life and how your day went, do share, in the chat. Make sure you do leave a comment in there in terms of how your day was. If it was bad, I mean, you can say it was bad, and then you do let me know what happened. But with myself, I was sleeping 3 a.m. and I woke up, early in the 3 a.m. there. Couple of minutes passed. I woke up, and I didn't wake up willingly. I woke up because I heard bangs. When you're sleeping, and it's funny how this thing happens. Like you in bed, you sleeping, and you in your dreams. You're lost in your dreams and everything. So that was me sleeping, lost in my dreams, and then all I'm hearing is doo. So I'm hearing a bang happening, cause also where where my window is. Okay, so basically my room, it's so in our house we got two rooms. There are on the in the front where the gate is, and then the other rooms are at the back. So my room is in front where the gate is. So anything that happens in front of the house, I hear it. And the other room is my parents' room. So my parents, they hear it on their side of the room because they close, to everything that's happening. I am glad that you loved it. Yeah, I'm glad that you think it's very beautiful. Yeah, a lot of people do actually say that's one of their favorite songs, besides the ones that hit hard, which people relate to. But I'm glad that you love it. I mean, I make music for myself to release the stuff that's happening on the inside, but at the same time, I feel like someone out there as well is going through the same thing that I'm going through, and they'll be able to relate. So yeah, shout out to you. Glad you loved it. Hopefully you'll find other tracks that you love, throughout the whole channel. So yeah, as I was saying, like in the morning I woke up because I heard bangs, and my room happens to be one of those that is in front, where all the action is happening. So I woke up. Now I'm looking outside the window. It's 3 a.m. and it's dark. So, and then on top of that, it's cold. Now I didn't know that it was cold outside. I mean, I was in my blankets and I was enjoying my sleep. But yeah, out of nowhere, there's all this noise happening outside, which I'm not expecting noise. So I'm wondering what's going on because it sounds like they're breaking in. So now I wake up, go to the room, not the room, I'm in the room, go to the window. Now I'm looking at the window because what I heard was the gate. It sounded like the gate, someone was banging on the gate, and clearly they definitely wanted to get into the house. So now I'm looking to see what is going on, who's doing what, who are these people, because I'm thinking they broke into the house. So if they broke into the house, yeah, it's about to go down, especially here where we stay. Last month I got mugged, gunpoint. They took my personal phone and yeah, some of the other stuff that I had. So that was last month. Couple of months back before that, I got mugged again. But yeah, the locations were different. Last month I got mugged in front of my gate. So before I could even go into the house, I got mugged. A couple of months back, I got mugged in the CBD in our town, and everything. So at that time, the first time when they mugged me, they took everything. They took 3 laptops that I had. They they basically took everything. They took phone, yeah, wallets, bank cards, all those stuff. That's literally what they took. This time, when they rocked up, when they rocked up, um, I had everything. So I had my laptop, work laptop. I also had my phone, personal phone, work phone, all of those things. So I had all of those stuff. Uh, okay, I am receiving calls while I'm live. This is very interesting. Uh, okay, it's my girlfriend calling. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna come back to the live just now. Let me just call my girlfriend because I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, if you have a girlfriend, then you understand. Hey, okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm actually thinking you guys heard my conversation. Ha, you guys. Okay, I am really sorry about that. I did not want to die. I was not looking to be a dead boyfriend. So yeah, I had to call my girlfriend. Okay, so let me jump back to it. Okay, before I jump back to the story, let me Let me first respond quick to my girlfriend. Oh yeah, sorry, it's not my girlfriend, it's my fiance. Uh, hey, I'm still getting this thing, into my system. It's a weird transition, but it's a beautiful transition because I can call her my fiance and not a girlfriend, which is really beautiful. Uh, I thought it was gonna cut the live, so I was shocked when I went back and it's still there. Don't worry, the power will come back. That's the other problem that we have here in South Africa. Like power cuts, load shedding. I don't understand. These guys they change and they cut and like you'll be sitting out of nowhere, no announcement, power's gone. These things don't make sense and it's irritating. Now, it's bad for people who are not even in privileged situations where they can buy solar panels or some people end up on starting wood and fires, and all those stuff. I don't like that. I mean, I happen to be a bit privileged to have some of these things. Okay, let me do this quick. Let me just send a last message to my fiance and then I'm done. Back on the live, we'll be doing everything. Uh, you'll get a better phone soon. Yeah, so I'm done. Let me jump back to the live so that we can chat. Okay, so yeah, I'm back. So yeah, as I was explaining, obviously, with my day, what basically happened. Yeah, so I woke up, I was looking at the gate, trying to understand who's breaking in or what's going on. And then while looking, I looked at our gate. Our gate is still intact. So now I'm trying to understand where was this banging coming from. Next door, we have neighbors. Now, I don't know how do you go to sleep without making sure your gates are locked and everything is secured. Those guys, they didn't lock their gate properly. So when the wind came around that time because of the whole cold front, their gate was just banging because that's how violent the wind was. So it was just banging. So now the way it was banging, I got a fright thinking that they're breaking into our house because their gate is like right next to my window. So that bang that I'm hearing sounds like it's in our yard. So that's why I was awake at 3 a.m. So I got woken up thinking that they're breaking into our yard. And then, yeah, only to find out that that's the neighbor's gate, which they clearly slept without making sure everything of theirs is properly intact. So, yeah, that was me. 3 a.m. I'm up. Now I'm struggling to go back to bed because my brain is awake. And then 4 a.m. started watching like videos and all those stuff. And then by 5, just after 5, I fell asleep again. And then woke up at 6 because I get fetched uh, from my house. I get dropped to work. I've got a chauffeur because after I got mugged last month because of security concerns, I managed to organize a chauffeur, and then that individual fetches me in the morning, drops me to work. After work, fetches me from work, drops me back. because the last time I got mugged, it was a life and death situation. So I'm just gonna take you through what actually happened on that day quick so that you have context. So it was a Wednesday when this whole event happened. And what basically happened on that day is, prior to that event, my job description requires me to take my laptop, so my work laptop. Obviously, my work phone, I automatically have that. So I always come with it back home. But now what happened is, with my with my work laptop, I needed it to do work. So I came back home around 7 p.m. Now I always come back home around that time, and I use public transport. So I'll take a taxi. I'll take two taxis going to work. So from here where we stay, in the area we stay, I'll take a taxi from this area into the CBD in town, and then from town I'll take another taxi going to where I work, which is Rosebank. It's an area called Rosebank. And then coming back, so I would knock off. Now the travel distance, when using public transport, it basically takes an hour to, let me say, for between 45 minutes to an hour 20 minutes. That's how long it takes to get there. And then coming back, it's between 45 minutes going to an hour 30 minutes, because also when you're coming back there's traffic. So on that day I came back, knocked off at 5. No, it wasn't really 5, it was after 5. So I knocked off. After knocking off, I took a taxi, public transport as usual, came back, and then that day there was traffic, so it took longer for me to get back home. And then when it was like just after 7 p.m., that's when the taxi got to the side, close to where we stay. So now I dropped off the taxi. From where I dropped off to where the house is, it's like a 1 minute max walk. So I dropped off, walking towards the house. As I got to the house, now our yard is quite big, so our wall starts where the neighbor's house is, and then it's like 10 seconds, let me say 10 seconds walk, so to where the gate is. So from where it ends to where the gate is, it's like a 10 seconds walk. So as I was passing the neighbor's house to and got to our house, a car came into the street. As I was getting close to the house, it decided to slow down as I was getting closer, and as soon as I got to the house, it stopped. A guy came out of the car. So the guy who was on the passenger side came out. Now as he was coming out, I wasn't really paying attention to the car. So he came out, but now when he came out, he didn't immediately come to me. So he came out, opened the car's door, stood by the car's door, so I couldn't really see what's happening because the car's door was blocking my vision. And then he took out a gun, but I didn't see the gun because of how the car's door was. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this car that just stopped here is probably the neighbors. So they coming out to go inside their yard. Little did I know that these guys are coming out to mug me. So as I was about to go towards where the gate is, the guy who came out on the passenger side took out the gun, walked in front of me because I'm walking straight. Now he came from the car and walked in front of me. As he's walking in front of me, my attention went to his hands. So as I'm looking at his hands, I see a gun. And as he's coming towards me, his response is, "Don't do anything." So as he's saying that, and I saw the gun, and while he's walking, I took the bag that had the laptop, the work laptop. Because when I got off the taxi, I didn't put the whole backpack on both on my back, like with both arms in. I removed the one side, and then it was hanging on one side. So as the guy was getting closer to me, I took the bag and then I threw it over the wall. So while he was talking, approaching me, I threw the bag, and then I threw it into the house, into our yard. So that's what I did. And then he stood now in front of me, and then he was quiet. So now the driver came out of the car as well, but now he came out more violent. And after he came out, as he was approaching me, I thought about the work phone. So I'm thinking, I don't have 10,000 rand to be buying a new phone, never mind the laptop. So that's why I threw the laptop. Now the phone, I'm thinking, I don't have that amount, and on top of that, this is the month where I'm going to be meeting my fiance's family, meaning we're gonna need to put cash into the envelope. So now on our side here, when it comes to tradition and everything, we've got what you call lobola. Now lobola, it's like a bridal price. But now before you even get to that point where you pay that price, you obviously need to organize a meeting with the family. Now that meeting that you're gonna have with the family, you need to get an envelope, you need to put an amount in there, so that when you there, you give the envelope. It's a form of respect, and yeah, there's just a whole procedure that's connected to that. If you wanna go and check it out, you can go Google it, see what lobola is. It's gonna give you the definition, why it's done, and what's involved. So you'll see all of those different things. So now this is all happening in the same month, eh? So now if they took the laptop, that means I would need to take out 11k, because the laptop that I was carrying is an HP i7 11th gen. Like it's the not the latest, but it's a recent model, and it's quite costly. So I wasn't up for paying another laptop, because the last time when they mugged me, they took three laptops, and one of them was the work one, which I had to take out the whole 11,000. So I was like, nah, I already have past traumas from the previous one, so I'm not about losing another one. That's why I threw that. When the violent driver was coming as well with his gun, I took the work phone, threw it over the wall into the yard. Now what then happened is, this guy's so the driver came, he was more aggressive. He put me on my knees. The first one who came from the passenger side just stood there with his gun. What then happened is, the driver was now searching me. So he started searching, took out my phone, my personal phone, which was on my left front pocket of my trousers. Took it out, searched my blazer, because I was wearing formal. So searched my blazer, took out the earphones, took out my keys, took out my access tag, for my work access tag, which had USBs and all those stuff. My wallet was in my right pocket, front trouser pocket. Now I thought they took that as well. So he searched, took out what he could find, and then he started asking me in Zulu. Now, if you don't know Zulu, Zulu is one of our language here in South Africa. You can also go and search and see what Zulu is and how it sounds. So you can do that. So he was asking me in Zulu, where's the money? Now, I was in a state where the reality of getting mugged had already hit. So my brain shut down. That's what happened. So when the guy was talking, I could not hear anything. Everything was going past. Like, when they say it goes in the one ear, it goes out the other. That's what was happening, except I was not hearing anything. So I was not paying attention. And then he kept on, asking the same thing. Then eventually I came back, like my brain now was focusing on what is this guy saying. Then that's when I heard he's asking, where's the money? So eventually I'm like, okay. I responded to him because I'm in shock. I mean, I don't have time to be thinking, where's the money? Because also my wallet had money. So in my head, I'm thinking he took the wallet, so he has all the money. Because that day I withdrew also money for transport to take, for the upcoming days. That's basically what I did on that day. So I don't know, he didn't take the wallet. So I responded and said, I don't have the money. I don't have money. So after repeating the same thing twice, the guy who was on the passenger side that came out took his gun and then he hit me. So he took the gun and hit me here where there's these two black spots. I don't know how he hit me, but this area here was the area that was swollen when that event took place, and then that's why it left these two black spots. This other side managed to heal and everything. So he hit me in this area. I was on my knees, the guy was standing, so he was, yeah, height wise he was high. So how he hit me, I don't know. All I know is when the impact arrived, I blanked out. And from then, I lost my memory, I lost my vision, and I don't remember what happened after that. I don't know what. Yeah, if you had to ask me after they hit me what happened, I'll be able. What I will say is I don't know. So that's basically what happened with me. And within that period of time, they took me to hospital. So, but now also there's an event that happened before they took me to hospital, because when we were arriving at the hospital, that's when my memory came back. But before that, I didn't know what was happening because I blanked out. So I was not seeing, I couldn't see anything, and my memory was gone. I couldn't hear as well. So after they hit me, they basically drove off, and then where they hit me, so they hit me around here, but it burst my lip open. So this so from here going inside, now if you look here, you can see there's like a bump there. Now that's because of the stitches. I had to go to the hospital, and then there were stitches that they put. So here going into the inside was open, and because of the way it was open, obviously there was blood and everything coming out. So what then happened is, apparently I woke up, I went to the gate, and when I got to the gate, I had no energy. And because I had no energy, I was banging on the gate, but I was banging soft, so nobody could hear me. The only person that managed to hear me was my sister, because she says that when she was in her room, she could hear someone calling, but they were calling with a low voice because I didn't have energy. So she tried paying attention, and then that's where she heard that it was me. I was the one that was calling. And then that's when she was wondering, why am I calling when I have the keys and I've never called before. So she eventually went into my mom's room, which is one of the room that is in front, where everything happens, you can hear. And on that day, my dad happened to have earphones, so he heard noise, but he didn't pay attention to what was happening. So my sister eventually said that she thinks it's me who's calling. So they came, they went out, And then when they came out, my sister opened the gate, and then I walked in. But now I walked in weak, so all they saw is I'm moving sideways as if I wanna collapse. And then my mom, she panicked because when she looked at me, she just saw blood, and she saw blood pouring from my face, that which sent her into panic mode. Then my dad also was panicking, but then they also came and then they held me, so their own fault. They took me to go and sit in front of the house because I was telling them I wanna sit because they were asking what happened, and then I told them they hit me with a gun. So they thought I said that they shot me with a gun, which also put them in a higher level of panic. And then eventually my mom's like, we need to request to go to the hospital. If they shot him and he sits down, it's gonna be worse than if we get to the hospital. So they request, get a bolt, and then there we are, we shoot to the hospital. So while all of those things are happening, I've blanked out, I've lost memory, I can't hear nothing. So all of these things that are happening, I don't remember. I was not in my conscience. I lost conscience. We in the car on our way to the hospital, and then what then happens is on our way to the hospital, that's when now my sight came back. So now I could see. I'm no longer it's no longer blank, because it was black, I couldn't see anything. So now I can see. So now I look to the left, I see my mom is sitting there. I look to the right, I see my sister sitting there. So now I'm confused, I'm wondering what is going on. So now I look at my sister, ask her what's happening. She tells me relax. So I'm thinking, I'm asking you what's happening, you're telling me relax. What's going on? Because the last thing I remember is I got off a taxi. Now I'm inside a Bolt, and it's dark. I don't even know where we're going. So I'm trying to understand what is going on. And then when my sight came back, it was like 30 seconds before we arrived at the hospital. So now I'm looking at the lights that I'm seeing, and then I see we at the hospital. So now I'm trying to understand why are we at the hospital. And then as I'm sitting, I'm also feeling liquid. So now I look to see what's happening, where is this liquid coming from. And then when I look, all I see is blood. So now I see blood, I'm trying to understand where is it coming from, and then I see it's coming from my face. So now this is what I basically did. I put my hand here, and then the blood fell on the hand, and then I looked at it, and then I'm seeing blood. So I looked at it, and then I looked at my sister, and then I'm like, there's blood, what's going on? And then my sister's like, everything's gonna be fine. So now I'm thinking, what is going on? So they obviously in panic mode, and at the same time they realized that I lost my memory. So they thinking because I lost my memory that I won't remember anything. That means they're gonna need to explain everything again, who they are, all of those different things. So that's what they are thinking. So we then get obviously to the hospital. Now we go inside, and then my sister and my mom disappear. So I don't know where they disappeared to, but they disappeared. And then they left me with my dad. So now I'm there with my dad, and we're waiting for the doctor. So as we're waiting for the doctor, that's when now my memory comes back. So my memory is back now. Now I'm recalling everything that happened. And then I tell my dad, I'm like, okay, I remember what happened. I got off the taxi, and when I got off the taxi, there was a car that stopped in front of me, and then two guys came out. The one was from the passenger side. He told me I mustn't do anything. That's when I threw the laptop into the yard, and then when the second one came out, I threw the work phone into the yard. So now I'm explaining to him. Then he's like, okay, uh, we. That's when he explains to me. He's like, yeah, we at the hospital because they burst my lip open. So the way they hit me, the impact was too hectic to a point where it burst it open. So I was needing stitches, but at that time we didn't know. So eventually the doctor came and then saw us, took down my details, did the blood pressure test to see if I'm okay and everything is fine. Then they sent me to the X-ray department to do a scan on my head to see if everything is fine. Then the person did the scan, then they sent me to go and get stitches. So when I got there, obviously the guy asked questions and all the stuff. Then I told him what happened, and then he looked at my lip and then he told me that I'm gonna need stitches because it's bad. I'm like, okay. And then I started asking him, is it gonna be sore? What's gonna happen? Will I be able to eat and all those stuff? Then he told me, uh, if I try and eat, I'm gonna affect the stitches and it's gonna open. So for now, I can't eat solid food. I need to have soft food, liquid and all the stuff. So I had to eat liquid. That was my food. So yeah, that's basically what happened. And then stitched me up everything. Obviously paralyzed my lips so I don't feel anything. Put anesthesia and all those things. And then eventually did the stitches. Got out of there, went home, and then that's when I was telling my dad that that was a deja vu moment because I've dreamt of it before, but not everything. I just dreamt of the moment when they were doing the blood pressure thing. So yeah, yeah. So that's basically what I dreamt of. That was the only thing. So eventually we left, started going home and everything. Got home, ate and all the stuff, slept, and then I was off on sick leave for 2 days. Didn't go to work, and then eventually I went. So that's basically what happened. And then uh, yeah, and then yeah, we obviously had to organize a driver and all those stuff, and then that's how I ended up getting a driver that takes me to work and takes me back because of that situation. So that's basically the background of what's happening and all the stuff. So yeah, that was back then. So yeah, and then with today, obviously woke up, the whole commotion and everything, with the cold front, the wind, and all the stuff, and then eventually when 6 hit, my driver came, took me, went, dropped me at work, got to work. Yeah, work was, it was a chill day. I didn't have a lot of things going on. I mean, I just had a few things to finish, now and then. So in terms of work, I work in the real estate department myself. I'm in the IT sector. So it's a real estate company. We're dealing with property and all those stuff. But I'm in the IT department. Obviously, I'm an IT manager. So that's what I do. And it was chilled. It was a chill day. There was not a lot going on. At the same time, I obviously assist as well in other departments like your accounts department and all those stuff. So during this time of the month, it's there's not a lot going on. So it was more of like relaxing and chilling and all those stuff. So that was with us today. And then eventually, yeah, I went, I think, live twice on to YouTube today. And then like that's obviously with PUBG and then Call of Duty, and then head home. But before I got home, I went to church, leadership training, which was an hour, and then made my way home. And then obviously on my way home, the cold did the most, like it did the most. And then discovered as well that we got load shedding. So we're fortunate enough to have power here, but at the moment there's a couple of areas that have load shedding, which I don't understand. South Africa, like South African load shedding, like you can be sitting, like right now as I'm sitting speaking to you guys, the power can go off and you just see it's blank, like it's dark. So that's South Africa for you. And personally, I feel like the president is selling us out, Yeah. Obviously politics. Yeah, there's a lot of shady things happening. I mean, the laws that they're even passing these days, it's like it's really hectic. It's not for the people. One thing I do like is with South Africans, if you pull a stunt that they don't like and they see it's not benefiting them and it's wrong, they definitely not gonna allow you to just get away with it. Nah, it's not gonna wash. Cause yeah, I mean we got a lot of things happening within the country. I mean, poverty on its own. There's a lot of people that poverty situation is really affecting them, and I know back then, just looking at the poverty sector, I've always had that desire to, just buy a property where I can get homeless people off the streets, just like get them off the streets, get them clothes, equip them, get them skilled up. I mean, teach them something and they're able to survive, make a living. I mean, especially like during these times, you get a lot of people that they end up dying on the streets and they're dying because of how cold it is. They don't have proper clothing and they're homeless. We've had past winters where a lot of that has happened, and for me it's that thing of, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't mind, buying a property, even like, 50 units in there, just get homeless people off the streets, teach them how to survive, teach them a skill. Because one thing that I can say is the worst thing you can do for someone is give them cash. I mean, not give them as in be their provider. That is the worst thing you can do for someone, because now they will be in a position where they always depend on you. But instead of you being their provider, I mean, teach them how to survive and they will be better off. So that's one thing that I've always wanted to do, for the guys, here. And yeah, one day I'll get there. Definitely going to get there, and I'll be able to, assist some of those people who are homeless. And I remember back then I even told my mom, I'm like, I'm gonna buy a house, and there was a specific homeless person that I used to always pass. Like we would pass them when we're going to the shop, or to buy stuff, store groceries, stuff like that. And I remember once telling my mom, I'm like, this guy here, I'm gonna buy a house and I'm gonna get him off the streets. That's what I told my mom. And then my mom told me, we're gonna kick you out and then you'll go with that guy wherever he is. I was like, ah. But it's that thing of, when you have compassion for people, I mean, you wanna do whatever you can do just to assist them, and that has always been me. So yeah, one day I'll definitely get there. I'm gonna be able to assist, homeless people, get them off the streets and all the stuff, which I really appreciate. So yeah, it's not something that is impossible. It's really possible, and I'll get it one day. Yeah, so yeah, for all of you out there, do let me know what's happening within your lives. How was your day? Let's chat, let's chat. Yeah, let me know what's happening. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Oh, my neck, I think I need to get a massage. I think I have tension in terms of what's happening with me. So I've got my sister here who decided that she's gonna come in the room, I don't know if she's coming in peace or she's coming to fight. So that part I don't know. I hope she's coming in peace in here because I don't want to be fighting on the live, next thing somebody is getting boxed or stuff like that. So I don't want you guys to also witness me killing somebody. So make sure you do make sure make sure you do comment in the chat. Send a chat in there in terms of don't listen to what she's saying. Hey, do not listen to what she's saying. I don't know what she's talking about here. Hey, okay, I'm just gonna mute the mic. See clearly we need to do some damage control here. Okay, so I'm back. We're done with the drama. Please forgive my sister. I forgive her too. So yeah, it is what it is, yo. It is what it is. So yeah, for those who don't know, that's my sister right there. Look at her, look at her, look at her. Now she's running away. That's how. If you ever have a sibling, we don't fight, by the way. So in case you're thinking we fight, we don't fight. We are one of those siblings that, yeah, we love each other. So fastest way to get rid of your sibling, go live, show them on the live, they'll run away. Fast. That's how you get it. You see? Yeah, just put them on the live right there like that, and they're gonna run away. Bro, what's going on, bro? What's happening? You on drugs?
I'm not on drugs.
Taking drugs. Anyway, yes. So, can you see the violence that I get in this house? I get abused in this house. Hi, this is GBV. If I do that, then they'll say me I'm abusing people here. They're gonna say I'm abusing people. Hey. So yeah, besides home drama, we've got the country drama. Our president decided to go to USA. I don't know what is cooking there. I hope he's not selling the country out. So yeah, you guys that are watching, I want to know how your day was. Let's chat. If you got questions, you can put those questions down there. Yeah, for those who, let me know what you want to know. If it's about me, do let me know what you want to know about me as an individual. I would also love to know something about you guys. It's not a one way thing. It's a both way. I mean, it's a relationship. You gotta build a relationship. Now, I don't know about you. I know the generation that we live in, sometimes it's so rough that even relationships, they get defined differently. I mean, nowadays, just yesterday, it was yesterday, I was having a chat with someone, and this is a female. I do not hate females. So whatever that I'm about to say, I'm making sure that you guys do understand. I don't hate females. I've got a fiance, I'm engaged, so just for context. But I was having a conversation with a female, and this individual was saying that when you are in a dating relationship, that female is your responsibility. Now, based on my belief, it's my belief. I'm not saying my belief is everyone's belief. It's my belief. So before you get it twisted and think other stuff. I'm just putting it out there. It's my belief. So my belief says, as long as this female is your girlfriend and they are not your wife, they are not your responsibility. So you paying their apartment, you obviously you can when you go out on a date, yes, it's right for you as the guy to pay. I mean, you do have those relationships where the girl also wants to, put a part of the bill, but it's right for the guy to pay. That is definitely how it's supposed to be. I mean, we've got pride. You do get those that, yeah, they say they go into the toilet, next thing they don't come back. That one is definitely not right. But my belief system says, as long as she's my girlfriend, I can spoil her, I can take her out for shopping, we can do stuff like that. But it's not my responsibility to pay for her apartment. It's not my responsibility to be paying for her bills. It's not my responsibility to be paying for her transport. That is something that she needs to cover herself. And if she needs help with any of those things, she can ask. And if I'm able to assist, I assist. But she mustn't have an entitled mindset that says, because she's my girlfriend, it's my responsibility to do those things. That's what my belief system says. If she's my wife, then I accept the responsibility because she's my wife, and it's my responsibility to make sure that all of those things are taken care of. So that's what my belief system says. If you do think otherwise, you can put in the chat that you think I'm talking rubbish. I'm not gonna be one of those that's gonna get offended and say, yo, guess what? John just said I'm speaking rubbish. Let me block John. Let me, report the comment. No, I'm not gonna do that. Let me report the chat. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna hear what you have to say, and then if what you're saying is reasonable, obviously we can always, readjust and all those stuff. But if what you're saying is rubbish, I'm gonna tell you straight, it's rubbish. So, like I said, that's what my belief system says. In my belief system, as long as you're my girlfriend, I can spoil you. Whenever I'm able to be generous, and do all of those things, I would love to do them. But don't have an entitlement mindset where you are my girlfriend and you are entitled to me doing that. No, it doesn't work like that. But if you're my wife, yes, you can have that, because we're married. So I'm your husband, you should have that. If you don't have that, then there's a problem. That means there's another guy that is doing that. So this individual female was saying that as a girlfriend and me being a boyfriend, it's my responsibility to make sure that I pay the bills, I do all of those stuff. And I was saying, no, that's not my responsibility. You are my girlfriend. You are not my wife. And because you are my girlfriend, there's also your parents. You still under their care, even if you're not in their house. They are the ones that need to look after you. And if you are in a situation where there's a crisis, I can come, but they have that responsibility because you are still under their care. You are not somebody's wife. You are not under a husband's authority. So that's what I was saying. But they were saying otherwise. So yeah, this particular female said no. They according to them, the boyfriend should. And I was telling them, this is why we have individuals that even don't want to get married. You have our time where guys don't want to get married, and the reason why they don't want to get married is because you have females who have such mindsets where they are entitled. Now, as a boyfriend, I would love to get a house, I would love to get a car, I would love to get all of these different things, so that when I make you my wife, we are sorted in life. It doesn't now help me for you to now come as a girlfriend and put your burden on me and your expenses on me. So now how do I sort out my life to make sure that in the future we are okay. That's what I was saying. And yeah, obviously you get the arguments that yeah is still there in terms of no, you are the boyfriend. So I don't know what you think. If you think if you are yeah it's the boyfriend's responsibilities to pay the bills and all those stuff, then do let me know. But for me, that gives me those gold digger type of vibes. And as a man, I would be in a position where I'm like, nah, I'm going to look for someone else who's gonna appreciate me for where I'm at, and they're gonna also, want me to achieve everything that I need to achieve so that in the future we are fine. And yeah, it's the same thing I would expect, for the women that are in my life. You can't have an entitlement mindset, so it doesn't work like that. Yeah, unless you are someone's wife, don't expect them to be paying bills and your transport and all those stuff. No, that one doesn't work. So my belief system does not agree with that. So yeah, it is what it is. And even worse, we in South Africa, eh? South Africa people here, they don't have millions. I mean, you get your few people that have millions, uh, that are willing to do that, take on that. But overall, I mean, people got their own struggles, eh? We got our own struggles as human beings. We are trying to make it in life. Others have goals, we got dreams and all those stuff, and we want to achieve those dreams. I can't be out here thinking I need to buy a whole building where I can help people get off the streets. Then there you are. You're like, nah, my bills, my apartment, everything is on you. It doesn't work like that. Like, how does that then now improve my life? That's why you get guys that are like, no, me, I'm gonna stay single. I had a guy who was telling me that they will never get married. They married to the streets. They don't want any partner in their life. They don't want a female figure in their life because all the females that they've been exposed to, they use them. They use them. They speak to them when they need something. And one of them, it was even so bad as they carrying the guy's child, they living in the apartment, the guy is paying the bills, the guy buys food, goes to work so that they okay, comes back home, the girl didn't cook. Now he comes back home late. It's not like he comes early so that he's able to cook. No, he comes home late from work. She didn't cook. She spent the whole day on her phone. When he's home, she expects him to cook for himself, and then she expects him to buy for her food, as in like order fast food or takeaways or one of those things. And then on top of that, she's cheating. She has his child and she's cheating on him as well. Now, a situation like that, a lot of the females would justify and say, but ABC. Now, my brain is like, before I even end up there in that situation, all the red flags that I'm seeing, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. I'm not staying. That's what my belief system says. I believe that situation is not for me. So that's with me. So if you don't agree, I don't know. If you disagree, aye, then we are not seeing eye to eye. We are not seeing eye to eye. So yeah, obviously me, I had that conversation with the specific individual, and I was telling her that nah, me, I if you're gonna be with me, you're not gonna pull stunts like that. And if you're gonna pull stunts like that, the doors that side, please just exit. Do me and you a favor. Leave. Because I need peace in my life. I'm not trying to get stress. trying to get tension. I mean, people are out here building tension, stress, and all those stuff. People like, guys, mental illness is real, eh? Like, yeah, people got mental illness, eh? If you're out there, you're going through some stuff, you got some mental illness, or you're battling. One thing that I'll say is, it's temporary. What you're going through is temporary. You don't let your situation now, it's words that are powerful, that I also got exposed to. Don't let your situation on the outside determine how you are on the inside, but instead let who you are on the inside and how you are on the inside determine the situation on the outside. Let it impact the outside, because you got a lot of people that life happens. I mean, maybe you going through life, I mean, life is happening. You might be in a situation where life is happening to you, and you probably don't know what to do. I mean, people, this is why some people even commit suicide. It's real. These are things that people are going through. Like, guys, they commit suicide because it's too much for them. They get to a point where they're like, nah, this life thing is not for me. I'd rather die than continue living and all those stuff. So because of them being in a situation like that, they would rather end their life. So you do get situations like that where someone would rather end their life and no longer live, because this whole mental health situation is, it's hectic. And if you're someone who's like that, I mean, take some time to look out for them, look after them. A phone call won't hurt. Just one phone call, just to check up, be like, yeah, hey, yo, how you doing? I just thought of you, today. I just wanted to see how's everything. Yeah, I mean, 2 minutes. Telling me 2 minutes is a lot for you just to look after someone, just to check up how their mental health is, because that's one of the things that is real. So yeah, nah, we gotta obviously look out after people, some of our own, because there's people going through some stuff out there. Okay, like, I want to know what you guys want to talk about. Send something, speak to me, speak your mind, say something. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump from here into WhatsApp. You Okay, I'm just needing to get feedback. This lights out situation is bad, yo. It's really bad, guys. Like, people are in homes where they don't have anything, eh? Like, it's serious. Okay, let me send an update. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, send me feedback. I want to know how you guys are doing. Share your story, share your story. And what you wanna talk about? Let's go. Pin there, guy. Let me know what you guys love. What do you love? Myself, I love music. I love music. Right. I don't know what you guys think about music, eh? If you, what does music do to you? Come now, speak to me. Say, how's it? Okay, managed to trying to die. Like it's hectic, yo. I'm tired, yo. Like, guys, it's been. I would love to do, like YouTube full time. Obviously, yeah, I don't know if you guys are aware. Yeah, I haven't obviously been able to meet the watch time requirement, which is part of the reason why I'm needing to work, to be able to like survive, uh, make something. I mean, yeah, just be able to afford the cost of living. Um, it's cause there isn't that income. As much as there's a home and all the stuff, I mean, there's expenses, there's stuff that even myself I would wanna buy. There's the whole fiance who back then obviously was girlfriend. I'd love to take her out, also assist. I mean, yesterday I managed to at least, give a homeless person a few scones and all the stuff. But also like those scones, I mean it's cash. You need cash to be able to buy that. So yeah, there's these different things that I would love to do. And I mean, if I don't have the funds to do them, then I would need to go and work. So yeah, if I could get my channel monetized, I believe that would then allow me to live my dream. Because one of my dreams, like I hate 9 to 5s. That's one of the things that I would love to mention. I hate 9 to 5s. And also having a boss who controls my time. I dislike that with a passion. But in South Africa, if you're gonna just sit and expect Cyril Ramaphosa to give you government funds or anything like that. You are sitting, I don't know, in some fantasy world, because yeah, it doesn't work like that. Here you gotta make sure you work to be able to survive. So yeah, you won't just get free stuff that will fall onto your plate and your table or into your house. So you gotta do stuff to be able to survive here. I mean, we even got homeless people that are collecting plastics, cans and all the stuff, things that are recyclable and recycle. What did I say? Recyclable. Whoa. Yeah. Don't judge me. English is not my motherland tongue. I'm French. I speak French and Swahili. So when English goes south, yeah, don't judge me. So it is what it is. So yeah, we got a lot of these different things, that are happening within the country. But as an individual, I can't just be sitting and expect someone to come and bring something within my life or give it to me on the plate, silver platter, and all those stuff. No, I gotta work, and it's even a principle. If you're gonna sit and do nothing, poverty is gonna hit you. But if you're gonna do something, then you get to a point where you're able to come out of the situation that you are in, financial freedom and all those stuff. You hate a 9 to 5. What are you doing to get out of that situation? I mean, you can't sit and expect yourself to get out of a 9 to 5, 9 to 5 situation. It's the same thing that your past philosophers and these guys would say. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. You can't do the same thing and expect to get a different outcome. You can't be lazy and do nothing and expect yourself to come out of a 9 to 5 or financial freedom. You can't be in a position like that. It doesn't work. That's not gonna help you. So you gotta do something that's gonna get you out of that situation, and you gotta replace it with something that gives you the freedom that you need. So that's obviously something that individuals need to sit down, think about those things and apply what they need to apply uh, to be able to get to where they need to be. So for me, I saw your whole digital world, your digital space, as one of the places where I can get that financial breakthrough and be able to assist anyone that I want to assist, within life itself. Uh, yeah, I'm already doing it through music, so it won't hurt, to sit down on a YouTube live. I mean, 24/7 sitting on YouTube, empowering people, educating them. That is something that I have a desire for. Speaking to them in terms of, mental health. Ultimately, it's the spiritual side of it, that for myself, there's that desire to say that, a lot of people don't know that the spiritual world is real, and they don't sit down and pay attention to that. I mean, you got your star signs and all those stuff. You got the universe. Andrew Tate himself, speaks about the matrix, the universe and all those stuff. And when you sit down and think about all these different things, you see how what they are saying is true. But a lot of them, they go in the wrong direction, which is a problem. You can't be going in the wrong direction. I mean, you going in the wrong direction, it's like a blind person leading a blind person. You both gonna end up in a ditch. Like, yeah, let's go that direction. They falls in the ditch. You also blind, following him, fall in the ditch as well. So it doesn't work like that. I mean, a lot of people don't have the privilege to be exposed to a lot of things that you can get exposed to. So as an individual who knows better, I wouldn't mind helping someone out there see the reality of what's happening, probably within even their own country. I mean, got people who your own country, if you had to sit down and look at some of the things that are happening in your own country, you're going to be shocked, because as individuals we also get trapped in that cycle of doing our everyday routine, and it's a life cycle. I mean, you got people like Andrew Tate who want to educate you in terms of how to break out of the matrix. um, yeah, that matrix that they talk about and all the stuff. Sometimes you need to sit down and think, what are they really talking about? Because yeah, you hear all of these different things that they're speaking about, but what they are speaking about, what is it really? I've always been that individual that if you tell me that, for example, you tell me you'll give me $1,000 if I give you a specific amount, and you trade, you'll be able to give me that $1,000. My question would be, what are you getting for you to be able to give me $1,000? That means you're getting more. So if I'm able to learn and do the same thing that you are doing, that means I'll get the $1,000. So I've always been that individual that wants to know why you giving me what you're giving me, and what you are giving me, how did you do it, so that I can also do it. So that has always been me. Yeah, so be an individual that's like that, not an individual that follows the crowd. They say do A, you do A. Say do B, you do B. Don't be like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. So I'm just trying to do this quick. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? I need to be eating. I mean, the food is ready. They just came in the room and told me that the food is ready. So I need to go and eat. Gotta be. Need to grab something to eat. It's been a long day. I haven't ate, eh? You guys can also I was about to say support. You guys can support, by sending, tip. Even $1 is fine. I mean, $1 is gonna make a difference. If you're able to tip $1, to uh, change someone's life, feel free to do that. I've got a work set up here as well. I'd love to upgrade my stuff, upgrade, make it look nicer. I really love AI, the things that they started doing with AI. It's really interesting because you're able to see, wow, this is something that's going places, bro. If you actually sit down and use it, it can change a lot of people's lives. Okay, that's what I want. Like, really, this thing's too big. I don't understand this thing sometimes, like, calm now, calm now. It can't be like that. Yo, it's cold, bro. It's really cold. It's cold. Say make noise. What do you want from me? JPEG, I need to save it as a JPEG, bro. Okay, I'm just uploading now. Okay, let me know what you want to talk about. I mean, there's some things, if you whatever questions you have, you can drop the questions in there. If you want to support, like I mentioned, $1 can change somebody's life as well. The link is there in the description of where you can send your tips or whatever that you're able to send. If you love the content, it's also gonna motivate me to keep on doing what I'm doing. And as well, it's gonna lead to as well, assisting people who are on the streets. I mean, what I want to do also is I want to show you where your contribution is going. It's not like I'm gonna uh, receive and not help. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a homeless guy that I was able to give scones. Now, at the time when I also did give him, there was another guy who was with him who told me that they also want, but unfortunately I couldn't give them because what I had is what I could give. So I told him next time I will be able to give him. And yeah, just being that individual who's able to assist and help the community, it does impact the community. It does leave a positive mark. Yeah, you get people who believe in karma. I don't believe in karma, but I do believe that whatever that you do, yeah, it will leave an impact. And they say the universe sends back. I mean, my beliefs is I'm a Christian, obviously, and as a Christian, I mean, Jesus himself said, blessed is the one that gives than the one that receives. I mean, you give, you are more blessed than the one that's receiving. Not that it's bad to receive. For you to be able to give, you do need a receiver. So it's a two-way thing, just like a relationship. You can't be always taking. That is a toxic relationship. Gotta be taking and giving. You take because they're looking after you, but you also give because you're looking after the person that you love. So you do need receivers, people who take from you, but as much as you also need to take from others. So it's like me. If someone offers to, I'm not a person that loves receiving. I'll rather do things by myself. If I'm stuck, make a plan to get out of there, then go and borrow and all the stuff. I mean, that's how you also break relationships. It's through things like borrowing. And hey, next thing, this individual is not interested in assisting you. Why? Because they have a false image of you, because they think personally that you just want to take and take and take and take. Maybe that's not even the case. You like really in a situation where you really do need help, but they're not able to see it because yeah, you're always taking and all those stuff. So to avoid those type of things, I'd rather be in a situation where if I'm stuck, I sit down, I sort out my own problems. So that's me. I prefer being like that. So yeah, maybe like that. You wanna be like the other guys, who yeah. I mean, you can be a taker. There's nothing wrong with taking, because you do need people who take for you to be a person who gives and you get blessed. So both are needed, but you also gotta maintain, see what happens. I'm gonna go and get something to eat. I'm dying on the inside as much as it's cold. I'm hungry. So yeah, I'm going to see what is there for me to eat. It's dark. You see black. That do. Yeah. In the kitchen. Okay, let's see what we have here. When hunger strikes, it strikes. Okay. I back. I need to go and wash my hands. It's cold, so I can't be out here washing my hands with cold water. That don't work. I'm gonna use the toilet, but I can't use the toilet with you watching. Bathroom. Can't take a pee with you watching. Doesn't sit well with me. Okay, there you go. Just washing my hands. As you can see, it's me washing. Yeah. Going to eat. Can't be out here trying to eat with dirty hands. Doesn't work, bro. Something. Okay. I think I'll need that. Very much. Okay. Huh? Tabii. Kesin Josh pendake nzamangi. Ndio tu logo hivi. Ndio tu logo hivi. Huh? Mimi mshiyu. Ya rouge. Mshiyu. Thank you, guys. Rouge. Njugu rouge. Hey. Kile ni couleur. Hey. Okay. Gotta take this guy. Okay, so putting some pop in here. For those, if you don't know what pop is, go online and search PAP and you'll see what pop is. It is what it is. It's something that South Africans eat. I don't know about overseas. I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys also have pop there side there. You guys eat pop. No, you got probably Australia there. Your turkeys and all the stuff. Yeah, we got our pop here. Got your boerewors, braai. Those are the things we got this side. and we enjoy these things. Yeah, it's the things that make us happy. Okay, today I'm not using a spoon. I'm going to be using my hands for this. Okay, I just add this, some veggies, so you gotta stay healthy. I make sure. Don't wanna be old, young. Doesn't work that way. Yeah. So let's go and eat. Okay, I'm about to apologize, because I'm really pressed right now. So, my room is cold. That's one thing I have to say. It is cold. I do apologize. I'm gonna mute the mic because I need the toilet, guys. I really do need the toilet. I'm pressed here and it's not working. It is not working. So I'm gonna mute the mic. You guys are gonna see me. Okay, just in case you are wondering, yes, I am definitely washing my hands because I'm gonna go and eat. So yeah, in case you don't believe me, yeah, just came from the shower, not shower, toilet. Yeah. Probably wondering how my room and all those stuff look. Can't show you my room, bro. Like, imagine I show you my room. I'm out here coming here and then, it's crazy, eh? Lives are dangerous. And I've seen you guys there in America. The, the things you guys do to streamers that side, I don't agree with those things. It's like really dangerous. Okay, so I'm about to show you guys what pop is. So this is pop. So yeah, that is pop. So this is basically what's going to be going down. It's quite hot and warm right now. It's cold here, like I mentioned, so it being hot is gonna help me a lot because it's gonna go in my system and warm some things up there. So yeah, I just need to pray. Father God, bless the food, the hands have prepared it, and the last that revolve around it. In the mighty name of Jesus, pray, amen, and consume it. Okay, so yeah, it is what it is. The temperature already started cooling it down. It was hot, like super hot. What the heck? Damn. So now you guys are gonna be listening to me eat. Well, we're gonna be changing to some ASMR. How do you say it? ASMR. I know when I say ASMR to my sister, she gets angry. ASMR, whatever it's called. Yeah, we're changing to that now. It's the food sounds. Some good stuff, bro. I'm tired. I'm sure you guys can see my eyes. They're quite red. I got some people I need to call. You guys have been quiet. You haven't said anything. I don't even know how you guys are doing or what's happening in your lives. Guys can let me know what you think in terms of me putting together a video that shows you guys how to get started on YouTube and kickstart what you wanna do. So you guys can let me know what you guys think, and then yeah, I'll definitely do something. That's definitely a guarantee. I'll do something that's gonna kickstart this whole thing. So yeah. Huh? Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night, hey. Like, I really love you guys. Till the next live. Peace out and God bless.